Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope you're all keeping well and I hope you're all benefiting from these lessons. Please give me feedback because feedback really helps, and if there's any suggestions, I'd be very happy to hear from you. Today inshallah we'll be concluding Surah At-Takathur. We'll be studying the last ayat and then we'll be concluding the surah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. O my Lord, expand for me my chest and make my work easy for me, and loosen the knot from my tongue so that they may understand my speech. Allahumma faqihni fid deen. O Allah, grant me the understanding of deen. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa'u wa min qalbin la yakhshaw wa min nafsin la tashbaw wa min da'watin la yustajabu laha. O Allah, I seek your protection from knowledge that does not benefit, and a heart that does not humble itself, and from a soul that is not satiated, and from a prayer not answered. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'ah wa arina al-batila batilan warzuqna ijtinabah. O Allah, show us the truth as truth and give us the ability to follow it, and show us the falsehood as falsehood and give us the ability to avoid it. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. The last ayat of Surah At-Takathur. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. Then shall ye be questioned that day about the joy you indulged in. In this ayat, the word Naeem has been used, which basically means a blessing, and its root word is Nun Ain Mim, which is used to refer to all types of tangible or intangible resources or luxuries. So any kind of blessing, be it tangible or intangible. So if we look at a few different verses from the Quran where Allah has referred to tangible and intangible blessings, and He has used the word Naeem or similar words from the same root word. Surah An-Nahl, ayat 81. Wallahu ja'ala lakum mimma khalaqa dhilalan wa ja'ala lakum min al-jibali aknanan wa ja'ala lakum sarabila taqikum al-harra wa sarabila taqikum ba'sakum kadhalika yutimmu ni'matahu alaykum la'allakum tuslimun. And Allah has made for you from that which He has created shadows, and has made for you from the mountains shelters, and has made for you garments which protect you from the heat, and garments which protect you from your enemy in battle. Thus does He complete His favor upon you, that you might submit to Him. Similarly, Surah Nahl ayat 53. وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِّعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ إِذَا مَسَّكُمُ الضُّرُّ فَإِلَيْهِ تَجْأَرُونَ. And whatever you have of favor, it is from Allah. Then when adversity touches you, to Him you cry for help. So in both these ayat, we notice that the word ni'mah has been used to describe God's blessings. And here, obviously in Surah Nahl, these are tangible blessings. Surah Luqman, ayat 31. Alam tara anna al-fulka tajri fil bahri bi ni'matillahi liyuriyakum min ayatihi inna fi dhalika la ayatin likulli sabbarin shakur. Do you not see that ships sail through the sea by the favor of Allah, that He may show you of His signs? Indeed, in that are signs for everyone patient and grateful. So the favor of Allah is that that Allah has enabled human beings to discover that law whereby he constructed a certain shape of a vehicle in the shape of a ship or a boat which sails on that water. So the ni'mah or the blessing of Allah is the that law which enables certain vehicles to float on the water, and then man has used that for transportation. So this is indeed a huge blessing of God, to be able to sail through that water, to be able to transport goods through that water, to be able to travel through that water. Similarly, Surah Tur, ayat number 29. فَذَكِّرْ فَمَا أَنْتَ بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ بِكَاهِنٍ وَلَا مَجْنُونٍ. So remind, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for you are not, by the favor of your Lord, a soothsayer or a madman. So here Allah is referring to the ni'mat, the blessing of prophethood. And he's saying to the Prophet of God, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that by the blessing of God, you are a prophet. You are not a soothsayer, a magician, or a madman, as the pagans of Makkah were accusing him to be. Similarly, Surah Qalam, ayat 2, Ma anta bi ni'mati rabbika bi majnoon. You are not, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by the favor of your Lord, a madman. That God has favored you with prophethood. You are not a madman, you are not a possessed man. Rather, Allah has blessed you with the biggest blessing, with an immense blessing, and that is the blessing of prophethood, the ni'mat of prophethood. Surah Al Imran, ayat 103. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذْ كُنْتُمْ أَعْدَاءً فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ فَأَصْبَحْتُمْ بِنِعْمَتِهِ إِخْوَانًا وَكُنْتُمْ عَلَى شَفَا حُفْرَةٍ مِّنَ النَّارِ فَأَنْقَذَكُم مِّنْهَا كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ آيَاتِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَهْتَدُونَ. And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you, when you were enemies, and He brought your hearts together, and you became by His favor brothers, and you were on the edge of a pit of the fire, and He saved you from it. Thus does Allah make clear to you His verses, that you may be guided. So here the ni'mat of Allah, the blessing of Allah, is the fact that He removed enmity from their hearts, and He brought their hearts closer together. So love for each other, or you were enemies with someone, and the ending of that enmity and love entering your hearts is also from the blessings of God, and it is one of the biggest blessings of God, because this leads to peace and harmony and coexistence. So Allah is reminding the believers that you were enemies before this, and by His favor, by His huge blessing, you have become brothers and you love each other now. So remember that blessing of God. So we notice that Allah has ordered us in countless places in the Quran to be grateful for all His blessings, whether they be tangible blessings or intangible blessings. To show gratitude for His innumerable blessings is to appreciate the benefactor, the one who is giving us the blessings. The benefactor is whom? It's Allah Ta'ala. We have to show appreciation, feel gratitude in one's heart, and then to verbalize that gratitude. Okay? And then to use that blessing in the manner that the benefactor, Allah, has suggested or liked. This is all part of gratitude. So you will use that blessing in a constructive and beneficial manner, in a manner that Allah has liked or suggested, in a manner that will beautify the earth, that will benefit humanity, that will be constructive. To summarize the surah, we see that the key takeaway points are: number one, Indulgence in the acquisition of worldly goods distracts us from the reality that life is temporary and we will all face death one day. It's a huge distraction and it's a huge deception. This worldly life is a distraction and it's a deception, and we forget that we will all die one day. Number two, it also distracts us. This indulgence in the worldly acquisition of more and more and more, of wanting better and better and better, it makes us negligent about the real purpose of our lives. And also it makes us negligent about the day of accountability before Allah. We become so indulgent in all these blessings, especially the tangible blessings, that we forget that they have been given to us by someone. We forget Allah, we forget the benefactor, we forget that we are using these for a temporary period of time, and also we forget that we will be answerable to the benefactor of how we use those blessings. So all of this then leads to a very big loss, and the loss is so huge that inshallah in the next surah we will be discussing about how huge a loss then this can be. Khusran, it's a huge loss that humanity can face then. So here we conclude Surah At-Takasur, and we did the key takeaway points as well, and I hope it was beneficial. Again, I will say feedback. Please give me feedback. I'd really appreciate it. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.